happen late. So they're going to try and put this team away as early as they can.
Del Negro guarded by Smith, second round pick last year out of Connecticut. Robinson barely drawing iron, but right there for the follow. Ball away. Rodman had to step over Frank to even get a hand on that ball. Isaiah Ryder, the long bounce to Longley. Oh. And Long Luke, 4 years of age. He is the youngest head coach in the NBA. Do you think that he felt the need to flex some muscles and show beyond the shadow of a doubt he's in control, as Robinson is of the alley-oop by Del Negro?
Great pass from Del Negro.
Minnesota back up by 3. Ryder winning that slam dunk as he had predicted on draft day. The Admiral with 8. Pass belly up against Dale Ellis. Shot clock under 10 for Del Negro. Quick double team by Frank. Robinson with some room to drive on Longley. And the usual result. Kobe, in honor of the Winter Olympics, a new judging system on our dunk meter today.
Well, we've got several dunks here all lined up. Robinson just going to the basket around Luc Longley at will. Here's a nice lob pass. Perfect position for Vinny Del Negro. Dave, all he has to do is just get there. And once more by Luc Longley. 25.3 we have as a combined score. It's a hard hit. And the Spurs, and this, it's just a great decision on the part of David. Most shot blockers would try to block that shot.
Something else that can't be discounted. The Spurs much better at not turning the ball over. Robinson with the roll. 5 of 7 from the field now. 14. And the Spurs go up by 1. Spurs have cut turnovers way down over this winning streak. Ryder a step ahead of Anderson. Switch to the left hand. Rodman briefly lost sight of that ball. His 3rd rebound of the day. Anderson underneath. Robinson with the soft lay-in.
That's 6 points in a row for David Robinson, all off.
Quickly up to Ryder. The no-look feed underneath Frank. Cross court to Person. And back in the middle. Rejected by Robinson. Brown hits the deck after the block jam. Ellis rebounded by Rodman. Rodman hurdling into the first row, unsuccessfully trying to come up with the save. Here's what happened to Mike Brown a minute ago.
Another look at the block. Very few guys can make this play. David, it happens in slow motion, but it was so quick to Brown, and David was able to turn, gather himself, and beat Brown right to the top of the rim.
Not surprisingly. Anderson waiting for him to cross over. Got it still by Mike Brown. Throws up and down. The sweeping hook. He's already got 20 points. 17-footer. Anderson with an alert rebound. And ahead to Robinson. Really one of the few times the Spurs have been able to run with any success. Footer that time. West now guarded by Reed. Clear out aside for the hot hand. Robinson maybe a piece of that one down to Frank. 8 on the shot clock. Brown may get away with a walk there. Shot clock at 3. Smith from 30 feet. Oh, my. Ryder isolated low on Ellis. And Robinson over to help. Got off Dale Ellis. 9 to shoot for Minnesota.
That's called good team defense. You got to figure that Isaiah Ryder's not going to pass it. He's going to try to put up some kind of shot, and Robinson comes completely over. And he low his coach. He's doing such a good job of guarding him that time as they got switched off, and Dale Ellis came off wide open.
Maybe Dale's fortune's about to turn. Robinson went for the steal. Runs the floor, gets the jam. The whole package right there.
Pretty obvious play as David was reading what they were trying.
I mean, you're watching a future Hall of Famer, a potential MVP at the very top of his game, night in, night out.
All of his decisions are so good. He recognizes the gamble of coming off of Luc Longley, which is not much of a gamble. He picks off the pass and then just beats Longley.
Nobody can breathe in this game. As close as we've seen this year. Frank rejected by Robinson. Number 5 of the day. Ryder quiet since the first quarter, just one field goal and 4 points since the first. 5 to shoot for West. Robinson, rebound number 6 to go with 26 points and 5 block shots. 28 points, beg your pardon. The way that he has Center to do it, it can be a different thing game by game. Today it's scoring. Saturday it was passing and defense, and now that's 30 counting.
Well, I think the Minnesota Timberwolves have some pretty
In February, a little touchy because Sidney Lowe and Thurl Bailey were teammates on the North Carolina State 83 champs. Robinson will go for another 3-point play. The rolling hook shot this time, 32 points.
Brown has had some success moving his feet and keeping in front of David Robinson. This time he tries for the steal, gives him a little bit of an opening, and David much too quick back into the middle for the rolling hook. But you see Brown moved over just a little bit trying to tap the ball, and that gave David just a little bit of a crease into the middle.
Brown out, Longley back in. Slow reactions by the Timberwolves. Now they start to double team David finally after 33 points. Ellis double clutching, missing. Robinson crashing the boards, hitting, and he's fouled. A Hall of Fame streak for the Admiral, and it continues today. 35 points with 3:22 to play in the third period.
Dale Ellis went by 3 Timberwolves all the way to the basket, a little too hard with the left hand, and Robinson just beats Luc Longley to the board and comes up and invents a little shot, just lifts it up over the top of Longley. He's just desperate to try to figure out some way to stay with Robinson.
That one called on Smith, his second. Longley back out, and it's Marlon Maxey's turn to try and deal with David. Well, good luck.
Defensive players dictate where the offensive guy is going to get it, which way he's going to go.
Robinson screaming for a foul on Tellis Frank. Doesn't get it. Smith does get the jump shot. Long pass, and Robinson will get his revenge. Points, half the Spurs total. Boy, what mismatch. Great defense by Sleepy. Touch pass, Rodman slam dunk, big dog.
Hard to do. Antoine does it.
It could be expected. Looks like he was inevitably going to put on some weight during the off time, rehabilitating the leg, and it looks like that's happened, but has not affected his leaping ability.
Nice touch pass from Dennis Rodman. There's the pump fake. Gathers himself with just 2 feet planted. Just doesn't have to use his knee.
Knocked around to Doug West. And from behind, Reed got it off to Floyd. Just saved it in bounds. Robinson, another slam. 42 points. They lead by 16.
Well, here's another look at these 2 points that David ends up with. Sleepy Floyd right along the baseline. Good camera angle there. But here's David finishing around Luc Longley with another dunk.
His first of 2 triple-doubles against Minnesota. 43 points, 11 boards, 10 assists. Maxey rejection. Ellis ahead. Sleepy Floyd chased by Corey Williams scores. And it's 97-76. And Maxey came over to help. I think David will stay in much longer. There's 45. His career high is 52. Ryder, with a head of steam and a foul. That wasn't the East Bay funk dunk. He didn't throw it between his legs, but it got Robinson's attention.
David
and his second foul.
Making his case with the official. Ryder threw his hand out and drew the contact. See David talking with the official. Here's Ryder. You look at him push away Robinson right there at the basket. But you see also the effort. He realizes that J.R. Ryder can get up, and
Iceman owns it at 53, and David decided to pass on his opportunity to break that mark.
Well, I was there when Ice had 52.
And the oop, there's another one. Oh, and John Lucas Minnesota steps up and dances on the scorer's table.
And Willie Anderson waving to him from the court. A set
Points to lead Minnesota. West and Smith each with 15. Robinson's three for 50. There it is.
Now there's so much trouble about the air ball.